Hey, I'm Rachel PSI, and in this video I'm going to be building a realistic farmhouse, and to make everything harder for myself I'm going to be doing a fully custom roof with basic shapes. So the first thing I did was make the windows, which I used a new technique I haven't done before. I used the input window inserts, and then I used a clear transparent basic shape and basically did my design on that. It's still copy and pasteable, I just feel like it's a lot more like skinny. I don't know, I feel like when you use the in-game window and like go off that, then it looks like more bulky, so I tried this.
I think you're fat.
Yeah,
it's just my opinion. I'm not bullying you.
true,
I'm just giving you a I think you're ugly. I think you're fat. I think you're stupid.
I honestly haven't been very active on like any of my socials recently, only because I went back to school and I don't know what it is, but this like past 2 weeks of school, I've done more schoolwork in these past 2 weeks than I have in my whole life, to be honest. Like I have been like locked in because I'm kind of in the serious part of school, which is unfortunate, but I do still want to continue doing things like this because I enjoy it, and like I'd rather do this than school. I always get so busy whenever I want to do these videos, but then like you get so motivated to do something that you don't do it. And that's what happens. So guys, comment when this video is uploaded, comment Rotor PSI, make your next video immediately. I'm getting angry and I will be motivated because people will hate me if I don't. Like I feel like that's a great way to living life and getting things done.
I know that violence is not the answer, but yes it is.
I then started making the door, which I used the window I had already made, but that was a complete waste of time. I feel like I actually wasted more time by doing that instead of just making a new window. I feel like, does anybody else just try and be sneaky and try and use something they've already made, but then it doesn't work, so then you have to start all over again anyway? That's what happened here, and I was kind of upset, but I was like, I wasn't even that far into the build to start like getting desperate like this, so I don't know what I was doing. I didn't have a vision of what I actually wanted. I just had the windows and I wanted to do like a farmhouse, and I wanted all custom roofing, which I usually just do one room custom roofing and then like lays out and the rest of it, but this time I was like, I'm gonna tough it out, I'm gonna do it. But that meant that the shape that I chose had to be easy to do because I'm not that great at geometry and I didn't feel like thinking really hard about it. Even though the shape is pretty simple when I finally decide that, I still end up changing a room out the back. I had a bathroom, but I ended up moving it to the side because like I just could not figure out how to make the roof connect, and I was like, you know what, do I even need this here? Like, it's not that serious. I also wanted to thank everybody who watched my first commentary video. I really appreciate, the support. I was not expecting that many views. Like 1.8k is like a lot of views, well, at least to me. And like I got really good feedback in the comments as well, which was really helpful, so feel free to give me more feedback. Like I really enjoy hearing what people have to say. I never know what to say in like these silent parts of the builds. Like, do you want me to talk about the build or do you want me to talk about something else? Because like I don't know, I feel like a mixture of both is good, but like let me know if you want me just to talk about the build and nothing else, because I will find something to say about it if you guys prefer me not yapping. I actually decided to put a garage in this build. I don't think I've put a garage in one of my builds in so long. I think it's kind of fun to do it, but it's like I don't want to do it. Like, leave me alone. The garage door itself isn't actually functional, but like who cares? I don't really use my builds for that type of thing anyway, so I think it's fine. You can still get into the room inside, so I think that's good enough for me. This is a really random off-topic part, but is anybody else like super into reading? Like this past year I have just been reading a lot. Like it's really cringe, but once you find a book that like a genre that you like, you kind of know what to look for. And I don't know if anybody else's library is like this, but why is my library like kind of good? Like they have all these new books, they're finally getting like these good, I can't stop saying like, I'm so sorry, this whole video is just me saying like. It's like I can't, oh my god, I can't stop, it's in my blood, I'm so sorry. Anyway, it's, oh my god, I'm just gonna say it, and you guys, if you hate it, I'm so sorry, I just can't help it. Anyway, like it's so many good books, and I really like reserving them rather than buying a book because I'm traumatized. I bought a book once and it was like really bad, and I'm forever scarred because I spent $12 on it and I'm never gonna get my $12 back. And it was so bad that like I would have given it like negative stars, but I couldn't.
It is so bad, I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible. So I give you a 1.
So now I'm like on this thing where I want to reserve and like borrow books, and then if I really like them, then I'm gonna buy the book.
Clap if you care.
I don't know why I felt the need to share that tangent with everybody, but now I have. Back to the build. I'm adding all these structurals on there, which I spent like forever doing, but it looks good, so it's fine.
I'm just extremely happy. Can you tell by my face?
I then started on the custom roofing, which I definitely think I spent most of my time doing. I used basic shapes and then used the transform tool for the whole roof, but I did have some problems with the like pieces not lining up, so I had to use structurals between to fill the gaps. To make sure I had a different color on the inside and the outside of the build, I had to use 2 basic shapes on top of each other, but with the triangles, because they don't resize as small, I had to do 2 on top of each other as well, but then I had to like transform it into the other one. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm sure if you've ever done this, you know what I mean. I also decided to make the walls on the right side of the build higher than the left, so it's only like half a basic shape taller, but I feel like it makes a big difference. I spent about 3.5 hours on like just the roofing, which is kind of insane if you think about it.
Good thing she don't get paid for thinking.
But it looks good in the end, so I guess it's fine. I pretty much did the exact same technique for the other side of the roof, except this side I decided to add like windows into the roof. I tried to use the windows that I had already made, and this time it actually worked, which was really convenient because I wanted them to be like the exact same anyway, so that it was... Why are you looking at me like that? Sorry guys, OMG, my dog was just staring at me and it was so sad. Like, she looked really sad. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying, but let me go listen to what I was saying and then I'll continue what I was saying. Okay, so I wanted it to be the same anyway because I just wanted it to be cohesive. That is what I was saying. I definitely think the hardest part was joining the 2 gable roofs together because you had to use triangles, but like I feel like they don't exactly align. I tried my best, but it wasn't still perfect, so that's when I added the structurals. I cannot wait for the day that they add hollow roofing to Bloxburg because that's gonna be the best day of my life. Like it's gonna be so amazing. Speaking of updates, I actually recorded this like before the new map update, so if you see the map different, that's why. I kind of like the lighting in this map better, but unfortunately I didn't record my tour before the update came, so I will probably do my tour in the new update. I don't know why I said probably, because it will definitely be in the new map. Like, I cannot go back in time, but I wish I could because the lighting when we were on the old map was so good on this build. Like, it was stunning. I've been working so hard on the new job update because I want the 20% for all my jobs so bad. Like, I want that pay increase immediately, but I'm only at a freshman, I think. I don't know, I'm Australian, so I have no idea what any of these terms mean, but I really want the 20% so bad. The roofing was so tedious, but I did this build, I don't know, a really long time ago, and it did so well. Everybody loved it, and I was like, wait, I should do this again. So I convinced myself to do it for this build, which, I mean, it does give the same vibe, but also can we talk about how that video has like 900,000 views on TikTok and like 70,000 likes? Like, that is crazy. Like, imagine 70,000 people walking up to you and saying, oh, I like that. Like, that's it. Like, oh my god, I can't even. But thank you. So basically that build was my inspiration. I don't know, people tend to love like unfurnished houses, which I do too. I think it's like fun to see where a house starts, and so that's why I did this build. It was kind of like after I like just started the build, I realized, wait, this actually looks really familiar, and that's when I realized it looks like the other build kind of, but it only looks like the other build inside, and I think it's just like because it's all white. It's like basically the same floor, the same walls, and that's what makes it the same. I wish Bloxburg had like The Sims where you can just build with unlimited money, because imagine the builds people could make if they had unlimited money. Like, money is what stops me from being me. Like, the way I would build so much if I didn't have to work. I did custom doors where you use the flush door and then structurals over the top, but if like, it's kind of hard to explain. You have to place it all on the door so that it stays together, because if you don't, when you copy and paste it, and when you open, sorry, what I meant to say was like, when you copy and paste it, it won't copy together, and when the door opens, it won't open with it. That is what I was trying to say. I did decal floors because I spent so much time on the roof. I was like, why not go all out and do decals as well? I swear you guys, you have to trust the process with the decal flooring, because why does it look like this? Like, it looks so silly. I added the lighting in the roof, which I used a basic shape and the uplights on top, and then you can transform it into wherever you want. And I also ended up adding, I think they're called like the LED lights, and then you're able to transform them too, which I discovered when I was doing this, which was I'd say it's a lot easier. I don't know how much more effective it is, but I did it anyway. I also recommend, if you're struggling to get light, is to put, I don't know what they are, but you'll see they're like the garden little things, and if you put them inside the walls, you can't see them, but they add the light. Again, just like last video, I'm sorry about all the background noise. That's just my life. I have a fan on full speed, and if I turn it off, I will die. I'm joking, but like, it's actually so hot, it's crazy. Like, in the past clips that I have, you'll hear like talking in the background, and that's because my mum and my sister were watching a TV show. So that's what that was, if anyone actually noticed. Or I'm just bringing it up and now everybody's gonna go back and look at that. I swear the audio quality on this video has jumped so many times. Like, I apologize for that. Like, I have a fan going, and I can also, right now, my cat is eating biscuits and I can hear her so loud, so I'm gonna assume it's probably in the back. And also I can hear cars going past. It's so loud, and I'm just using like an Apple headphones, you know, like just normal, not AirPods, like the normal wired ones, and using that microphone. So bear with me. Once I get money, I swear I want to buy a microphone, because I always hate watching videos where their microphone sucks, and I feel like that's how you guys feel about me. So please just trust, one day I will have an excellent audio quality. The production will be crazy. You guys will never see it coming. Finally, the best part about building this, and the most satisfying part, was definitely coloring the whole build. Like, it looks so good once you color everything, but I feel like sometimes it can go really bad, and some of my builds like look better when they're grey before I colour them, and that's always like a big scare for me. Here's where I added the bathroom that I was talking about. I ended up just like chucking it onto the side. I definitely don't think it's like the best location, but it was like the easiest way I could roof it, if that makes sense. Okay, so the tour is about to happen, but I've decided I'm gonna be silent for the tour because I feel like it gets its full effect. I found some cool music, and I want to give it its moment to shine. So here's the tour. I hope you enjoy.